Day, beautiful weekend. Galen Unold is on the phone out there somewhere. Good morning, Galen.
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are you?
Pretty good. Where are you?
Just about to drop off my son at school. Last day of school.
Last day? Oh, man. Remember those days? Do you relive it through your children? Like when it's the last day? Do you remember what it was like for you on the last day?
No, that was a long time ago.
Really?
No.
Really?
Now I'm just trying to remember, like the last day before I retire. I think that's what I'm looking forward to.
Oh, man. What are you going to do that day?
I don't know. That's a long way away.
I
got a lot. I got a lot. But you know what? And somebody, what time do you plan on retiring? I'm like, I don't know. I got a lot of stuff to do today. I'm just trying to be able to retire from today.
That's it. Yeah, I think that's the way I feel. Yeah.
I think the most I go out like in my life is like a month. So it's yeah.
Yeah, and even if you retire, I mean, from LifeSouth or something, you'll still be doing something.
Oh gosh, yeah, I can't imagine just sitting around watching,
I don't even get it. I know a lot of people make fun of me because I don't watch TV and I don't see very many movies. But at the same time, I can't understand how that becomes their whole conversation. That's their whole dialogue. What happened on TV. And I'm not making fun of that's everybody to each his own. But there's so much to do. Feels like, right? Or am I just do I just do that to myself? What do you think, Robin?
No. Some people like to play golf. Some people like to watch TV. Some people like to,
that's true.
Go swimming.
Robin sees the world with level-headed eyes.
Everybody has their own thing.
Some people go to the Amtrak station on Valentine's Day. I mean,
that's right.
Everybody has their own thing.
Oh,
exactly. You got to go there on Valentine's Day to the train station.
Yeah, how you doing? Good morning.
See, she agrees.
She agrees.
That's an old joke. That is an old joke. I hope people get it.
Yeah. Yesterday, oh gosh, I want to give accolades to Joe Martone. There was an event here at the mall called Just Us Girls. It was like a ladies' night out. And I'm telling you, if it wasn't for somebody with Joe's skills, in this case Joe, it wouldn't be a show. There would have been a beauty, what do you call it, fashion show.
Yeah.
There would have been food, and that would have been nice. But to pull it all together, to make it exciting, to make it a show, it takes a showman.
You got to make the personality happen.
And I've seen you get into that mode, Galen. I have seen you do this. You can shift into that mode.
Yeah, the 5 points of life.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen you do that.
Absolutely.
I can see you shift into MC mode.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not MC Hammer mode, not to be confused. I've never seen you in those pants.
Well, I don't rock them well. Yeah.
So anyway, by the way, when I was because I videotaped it yesterday, I was watching the girls walking down that runway with their clothing on, and
wouldn't it be something if it would have been a nude fashion show?
But the lady,
how do you accessorize?
But the lady narrating it told the price of each of those garments, and I thought clothing was way expensive. I thought ladies' clothing was like hundreds of dollars.
Well, they are if you buy them in certain stores.
Well, did you see the video? Those are like $29.
I saw the whole thing. And
$9, she says on one thing. This is $9.99.
One top was $14.99, and there was that one dress there. It was a two-piece dress. It was a skirt, and then you saw the bare midriff of the woman, and then the top of the outfit, it was two pieces with big flowers. I had that when I was 14.
You did?
I did. I saw that dress. I thought, oh my God, that's the same. Only mine was blue with white and blue flowers on it, and not that color. So when I was 14, I had that dress and I was rocking.
Anyway, so
that's a sexy dress. I love that outfit.
So that's why ladies come to the mall. Then now I understand it. You can get the clothing you like, and it's a social place, and
very social,
and it's cheap. Apparently, I thought the mall was expensive all the time.
Well, depending on your, whatever you have to spend that week. Yeah, depending on what you're looking for.
So, Galen.
Yeah.
See, I did watch the video.
He left
I could tell you in detail what was going on.
Galen's eyes glazed over. Galen's eyes just glazed over. He said, we're talking about fashion shows now. Oh my God, this is.
As long as you guys have a pair of pants.
This is
and
worse
a shirt
than classical
and
music.
Socks, you're set.
This conversation is worse than classical music.
Might be.
Galen, how's the blood supply? Let's start there.
We're in full blown Memorial Day weekend, so we have just over a 2-day blood supply. And I read a report yesterday that AAA is expecting the traffic and people to travel more than they have in the last 12 years, I think. And it's going to be they expect the second highest total travel on this weekend ever. So just if you're out there, just be patient. If you're going to be traveling, take your time. So just relax on the road and be smart and come back alive. That's what it's all about. So go have a good time. You'll get there eventually. Leave yourself plenty of time for travel because the roads are going to be packed.
And that means the likelihood of an accident and therefore the need for blood becomes even greater. And we hope that doesn't happen. But the only way there's going to be blood is if we donate it. So get out there and do that. I know you don't need us to tell you that. I know you know it already. But it's one of those nudges, oh, yeah, that's right. It's been 8 weeks, which it has been for us, right?
Yeah.
It has been for us. So,
Yeah.
oh, wow, we're eligible. So we can go donate blood.
And you can put your name in for a fire pit at LifeSouth to win a fire pit.
Really?
There you go.
When you donate blood, your name's in the drawing.
Larry still isn't sure what a fire pit is.
not
But if he wins it, he wants it.
Yeah, that's right.
I do want it. Can I take it in my car? Like bring it to a campground?
Of course, it's not that big.
Although,
You
why
don't
would...
need to take it to a campground. They already have fire pits.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, why would you want to bring a fire pit to a campground?
We could have it out here in front of the studio and broadcast live and invite people to roast marshmallows and stuff.
Wow. I
That'd be
just looked up
cool.
fire pits real quickly. They're not cheap. Holy mackerel.
There's some
Well, I
elaborate
don't know
ones.
what site you're on. You can go to Lowe's and buy one for $35.
I've seen them for $100. I was looking at them one time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
depending.
got mine from Lowe's. It was $35.
Oh, nice.
Do you know, I was at a campground, though. This is up in New York, on Long Island, as a matter of fact. I was at a campground, and you could not have a campfire without some kind of a metal thing. And a lot of people were using wheels from cars.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you couldn't put it on the ground.
You couldn't have fire on the ground. You had to have something, lifting it up.
Interesting. Wheels from cars. That's a good entrepreneur.
Well, no rubber was on the wheels.
No, but the...
Did I say the right word?
Yeah, you did.
A wheel's the
Wheels,
metal
yeah.
part, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, wheels.
I don't know anything. It seems no matter everything I say, I'm ready to change it if you tell me I'm wrong.
Oh, boy, you're gun shy.
I'm very
You're gun
Good
shy.
conviction.
I'm gun shy. Yeah, I'm not convicted at all of anything.
Not yet, anyway. Some pending charges.
The important message of donating blood is made possible by Penn Flooring and Palm Garden. Penn Flooring has some beautiful flooring at their showroom. Go check it out, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the McKay-Williams Bridge. And, of course, Palm Garden has a beautiful facility for those needing long-term skilled nursing care. And they have a cookout today in the North Courtyard. It's from 11 till 12:30. While you're there, enjoy the chicken wings, the corn on the cob, the macaroni and cheese, the watermelon.
Yes.
And then say, by the way, may I have a tour? And then ask and ask and ask and ask. Get all the answers to all the questions you have about what it would be like if you were staying there, if a loved one was staying there, and then you'll have it on your list of places to consider when you need a facility with skilled nursing.
Exactly.
So I have a question for you both, for everybody, listeners and everybody. Have you ever gone to a place that made you feel patriotic? Have you ever gone to a place?
Yeah.
And if I could start it off, I will tell you that when I went to the Vietnam Wall, the Memorial Wall, is that what it's called, the Memorial Wall? In Washington,
Vietnam
D.C.?
Memorial.
Yeah.
Vietnam Wall.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I was just so humbled and I didn't serve in that war. I didn't serve in any war. But I remember sitting in class in high school up in New York, hearing over the morning announcements, the names of the young men who had been in that high school earlier in their life, who had died in that war.
Wasn't that sad?
And I didn't know any of them personally, but I was looking at that wall thinking those names that I heard when I was just a kid are on this wall somewhere.
That's really
That
sad.
is really humbling, and it really makes you, it really hits you, Probably not as much as if you did know somebody. But anyway, so there's mine. That's my patriotic location.
Yeah, we had some of the guys in our high school. They actually dropped out and went, and then a few of them were friends, and my folks would get together care packages and then send it over there.
But did you have a
them.
place? I'm trying to get you to tell me a place that you've gone to that made you feel like overwhelmed with patriotism and pride.
Oh my gosh. No, not any one particular place. I think when we celebrated Memorial Day up there in Cudahy, there was this big parade, and it was so nice. And I think the place was standing there on the curb when the American flag went by, and everybody stood up and applauded the flag.
There you go.
That was nobody does that anymore, and that was just so moving.
Galen, does a place come to mind that you've been to?
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple. I mean, I think there's tons of places in D.C. that'll do it to you. But what comes to mind is Gettysburg. When you've been to the Battle of Gettysburg and all that represented there, standing on the USS Arizona Memorial was probably the most.
Wow. Yeah, that's got to be.
And of course, on the ship every day, you had to be proud of what you were doing. But I think out of all of those, I'd probably have to say the USS Arizona, being there on December 7th. And what's kind of ironic is the previous year we had gone to Hiroshima on the anniversary of I think it was the 40th anniversary of when we dropped the bomb.
Mm-hmm.
And so to see the end, or close to the end, of World War II, and then a year later you're at the beginning of World War II. Because I remember I was just seeing all this, because when you go to the memorial at Hiroshima, they talk about it, and you can see it. And I mean, the president was there this week, and you really can experience what that bomb really meant to the people of Japan. And it took another one. And that's what I always kept going back to. I'm like, it took two of these to convince them to stop. And it's just overpowering of what just the impact that war can have, and the people are willing to die for a belief and a cause, and it is pretty incredible. It's pretty incredible.
Wow, yeah.
So no matter how bad our government is, and how bad you think this world is, or whatever, there's a lot of people who have it a lot worse than we do, and we owe a lot of people for that. And we just need to stop and remember everything that we have that's great. And I think that's what Memorial Day is all about, because a lot of people have fought for us to keep our way of life, and I greatly appreciate it.
Wonderfully said, yeah. Let me take a few phone calls. We're asking the question, what location have you gone to that kind of stirred up inside of yourself some patriotism, some pride in America? Good morning, you're on the air.
Yes, good morning again. Right here in Ocala, the Veterans Memorial Park is a wonderful experience walking through that. Every time I go through there, I get that certain feeling about how important these people were to us to save our country and our liberty and everything else. So you don't have to go far as I'm concerned. It's just down the block.
That's right. Absolutely. Yeah.
Well said.
Yeah, thank you for that. That is well said. Yeah. The children who go to Hamlet Bowen Elementary School, it's an elementary school, right?
Yes.
I mean, hopefully they're taught this every single day, or at least in the course of their year. Maybe not every day, but I mean, they get it. I mean, their school's named after a guy who lost his life to save his Medal of Honor recipient, to save his fellow guys, right? Good morning. You have a place in mind?
Yep. When I open my front door and walk out into America, I'm in the greatest country in the world. I can go wherever I want. Nobody has to look at my papers. I can buy what I want. The stores are full of merchandise for us to buy, and I don't have to go any place but outside my front door.
Beautifully said. Nice. I like that. Very, very different, very creative.
Now, when you go inside his house, he inspects your papers and makes sure that Just kidding.
Yeah, the funny stuff. Yeah, no, but that's true. You don't think of that, but that
gave me chills.
Absolutely true. Yeah, that was like a poem right there.
Yeah.
Let's take a little break and think about this during the break and call in. We'd love to hear what you have to say. A place you've gone to. I have a list here, but I thought I would just ask. If nobody calls in, I'll tell you what's on the list. But places you can go to that will stir within you some sense of patriotism and pride in America. We'll take a break and be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Sunshine mixing with clouds this Friday, high 84 to 88. Then partly cloudy skies Friday night. There can be a shower or thunderstorm in spots near the coast during the evening hours. The low 65 inland, 71 along the coast. For Saturday, partly sunny, warm and humid with a shower or thunderstorm in the afternoon, high 85 to 89. Sunday, partly sunny with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm in the afternoon, high 87 to 91. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
At Palm Garden of Ocala, we ask all Americans to take a moment from their day of leisure to reflect on the brave sacrifices of those who have given their lives for this great nation. For those veterans who stay with us for long-term care, we have special Memorial Day events to honor the fallen and a barbecue to celebrate the freedoms and life we all enjoy. Palm Garden has the privilege to serve many veterans who need short-term rehab following a hospital stay. Your veteran has the freedom to choose Palm Garden for all their rehab needs.
You can't put it off any longer. It's time to replace your home's AC system.
The answer is AceSolvesItAll.com and an exceptionally efficient AC system. Let the pros at Ace show you how you can save on energy monthly and give your family added comfort. The great thing is that AceSolvesItAll.com is on call 7 to 7, 7 days a week at no extra charge.
For a limited time, mention WOCA and get a special discount.
Call 877-765-4ACE or AceSolvesItAll.com.
Cookies, 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 cookies. We go cookie eating cookies.
When you want something special and fun for any occasion, get cookies. King Cookie in the Paddock Mall in Ocala will make a delicious, fun-filled delight just for you. So next time you're in the mall, stop by King Cookie or call 352-237-2557. KingCookieOcala.com. Customized cookies, cakes, and more. King Cookie.
Eating cookies. We're so happy eating cookies. Cookies!
All right, 22 minutes after 8 o'clock. Let's return now. Galen Unold on the phone from LifeSouth Community Blood Center. Do you have a 3-day weekend this weekend, Galen?
Yeah. I'm going to take Memorial Day off.
So we're asking the question, where have you gone physically, a physical destination, a location, where something about the spot you were in made you feel patriotic and proud to be an American? Good morning. Thank you for waiting. You're on the air.
Yeah, good morning. My mother's side of the family was from Massachusetts, and several times I've been to Lexington Green and Concord Bridge.
Oh, wow. I've never been there. I bet you get the feeling right there.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right, thanks, Jim. Appreciate that. Do you know where else? If you go to, is it Bushnell, Robin? Yep. Galen Robin's not in here.
The Confederate Cemetery.
Is there a Confederate cemetery in Bushnell?
Yeah, there's both there.
Okay.
Yeah, they have.
I didn't know that.
I know there was a Civil War site there, and it's a small cemetery of Confederate soldiers.
Okay. Oh, the word I'm looking for is National Cemetery, right? That's what they call the one in Bushnell.
Oh, yeah,
cemetery. We did a video on that.
Yep.
But even here, the Highlands Memorial Park on Monday, it'll have that Avenue of Flags. I mean, that'll do it to you too. Well, really, any cemetery that is recognizing, veterans who have deceased, which is
they all put flags.
Of course, it's a cemetery; they're all deceased.
Too. Yeah, but some of them just put the flags on the
right. I know, but when
graves.
you see that whole lawn
parade of flags,
filled with flags, yeah,
it's outstanding.
Other places that people have mentioned are, of course, the Statue of Liberty, the Lincoln Memorial, the Liberty Bell Center. You've been there, right? Galen said the Gettysburg National Military Park.
Yep.
Have you? People say Mount Rushmore brings them a sense of patriotism and pride in America. The Lincoln Memorial.
The 9/11 Memorial. People are just taken aback when they stand there. It's you can't even breathe when you go in there.
I haven't even been there yet.
You can't even breathe when you stand there by those fountains.
Wow. Well, it's still too close to our time, I guess, for us anyway. Arlington National Cemetery, Mount Vernon is mentioned. What was the National Mall?
Vernon.
Mount Vernon, yeah.
It's Washington's home, but that's about it.
Have you ever gone to? Have you ever gone to the grave of Washington?
Nope.
No, I haven't either.
I've been to Arlington. I don't know if we went there.
Is that where he's
been
buried?
To Arlington, but he's not buried there. No, I thought he was buried somewhere in Mount Vernon.
Let me ask. Let me ask Google.
There you go.
Yeah, Google will know.
That's right. Okay, Google.
Oh, don't turn on my phone. Here we go. George Washington is buried in Mount Vernon, Galen. So you've been to his...
Yeah.
But you didn't see the grave.
No, I've never been to Mount Vernon.
Oh, you haven't?
I've driven
Okay.
by it. No, it just doesn't. Seeing where people lived 300 years ago doesn't do much for me, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but if you had a crush on the girl giving the tour, you would have gone.
Well, that would have been different, but I didn't.
That's how I ended
exactly
up.
where it is in Virginia, but it's not that big a deal.
That's how I ended up in Teddy Roosevelt's house.
Right. I mean, look, without women, there wouldn't be a museum.
There you go.
I mean, let's think of
That's right.
You guys would throw some tools on the ground and say, "Here it is."
we do tools. Why would we need a tool? There'd be nothing to do. We wouldn't have to fix anything. I mean, the only reason we have a tool is to do what you tell us to do quicker and smarter and easier.
Yeah.
So what do you plan? Do you have
I mean, it's like there would not be a ceiling fan. You wouldn't need it.
Are you cooking this weekend? Are you barbecuing? What are you doing?
I was talking to my wife about that. We haven't quite figured out what we're going to do. I'm sure I will. I just don't know what or how or I don't know yet. It's Friday. I got to work today. Let's get through today. I'll start thinking about that tomorrow.
There you go.
We're not leaving town, so I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Well, you might be spontaneous. I love spontaneity. Just get up and drive.
No, I don't. I can't. My wife is on call at the hospital, and I'm on call.
Let me ask you this:
Memorial Day weekend isn't a good vacation time for us.
How much money have you spent on grills?
Not much. I only buy a grill like every 9 or 10 years.
So you buy the simple grill?
My grills.
The simple grill, or do you have?
I don't. I'm not a gas grill. I'm a charcoal guy.
Oh,
so,
good. I'm glad.
I buy a good grill that's stainless steel, and I make it last for as long as I can.
Do you keep the cover on it when you're cooking meat? Do you keep the smoke in there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Robin,
you got to smoke it.
Do you keep the cover on?
I don't know. I don't grill.
Oh, that's right. You're a woman. I forgot.
I don't grill.
I forgot. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's you guys.
I crossed that line. Yeah, this is our domain. I forgot.
I'll do anything on a stove or in an oven. I don't grill. I'm not.
You know what I don't.
I had somebody get mad at me because I told them, I've never made a salad from scratch in my life, stuff. And they're like, "Why not?" I'm like, "Because my wife would make the salad and I would burn the meat." I mean,
that's right.
Oh, you're so sexist. I guess I am.
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
Oh wow.
Let me ask you: has this ever happened to you? You're at an event and there's multiple families there, and you're the guy cooking the meat. And there's
all the time,
and there's another guy there who knows how to do that better than you. Has that happened?
Absolutely. I've been both of those people. Yeah.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, I got some rules around the grill that you just, if you don't bring a fork to the grill. We haven't hung out with this couple in a long time, probably because of this.
You had a guy who came up to the grill with
the steaks. No. He was cooking, and I was watching. We were drinking beer, and he kept taking a fork, plunging it into the meat, and turning it over. I'm like, you can't do that, man. You're letting out all the juice. And he goes, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Man, you don't have a spatula? I mean, flip that thing. Don't use or tongs. Don't fork it."
Oh no! Oh my gosh! That's so annoying.
I said, "I'm serious." I'm like, "You."
So who's done it to you? So that's what you being the butt.
I'm that guy.
You're the butt. Okay, so who's the butt to you?
Yeah.
What did they do to you?
My nephew is a professional grill guy. He goes out and does barbecue competitions, and so his complaint is that my grill sucks because he's got this $8,000 grill. It's a Champion grill, right?
Oh man!
And he goes, "Man, you're not getting near enough smoke." I'm like, "I know."
Oh wow!
I know. He goes, "Well, you need
this
to."
is
He
crazy.
goes, "You need to invest." And he brings out his phone. He goes, "You need to invest in a grill like this. It's only $2,500." I'm like, "I'm not spending $2,500 on a grill." I'm just not. So yeah, I mean, that's
wow.
That guy can flat out cook.
Galen,
so I do tend to listen to him.
Where's the Bloodmobile?
Automobile Today is at Public, so maybe I'll go by there and figure out what I'm going to grill.
Have a great Memorial
on Mary Camp Road. Yeah.
Thank you, Galen.
Get out there and come see us.
Have a great weekend, Galen.
All right, bye all.
All right, we'll be right back.
Fox News Radio. I'm Paul Stevens. President Obama calling for a world without nuclear weapons, speaking at a peace memorial in Hiroshima, Japan.
A flash of light and a wall of fire destroyed a city and demonstrated that mankind possessed the means to destroy itself.
The U.S. dropping the first atomic bomb on Hiroshima near the end of World War II. Hundreds at a vigil and march Thursday in Cairo for the 66 people on board Egypt Air Flight 804 that disappeared last week while heading to Cairo from Paris. France's ambassador to Egypt, André Parent.
The message is to express my sympathy with the victims, with their families, and with Egypt Air staff members. I think it's important to be here.
Search ongoing for the plane's black box recorder. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Coming June 5th to Fox News Channel.
There's a noble cause we are engaged in, either freedom or slavery. This is an American army.
Before a campaign.
If we are to die.
Before a party.
Do not fire until you see the whites of their eye. Let us die.
A nation is born.
As a free people.
Bill O'Reilly presents Legends and Lies, The Patriots, coming June 5th to Fox News Channel.
The Republicans, the Democrats, two critical conventions, and only one network covers it all. Fair and balanced. Fox News Channel, starting July 18th, the Republican National Convention in Cleveland, Ohio. Then, starting July 25th, the Democratic National Convention in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The must-see political events are on Fox News Channel. We are America's election headquarters.
Ariel here for Dairy Queen to tell you about some new and tasty foods. Two of the new items are the Royal Blizzards, packed with extra fruit or fudge, and the new bruschetta chicken, a hot-baked sandwich on focaccia artisan bread. I know I had one for lunch, and it was exceptional. Dairy Queen, Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
Yep, we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
Here she is, folks.
The nuns at Queen of Angels will never be the same after Dolores moves in. Sister Act Once a Movie, now live on stage at Ocala Civic Theater May 19th through June 12th. After witnessing a murder, Dolores hides out as Sister Mary Clarence and turns the little church upside down. Call 352-236-2274 or buy online at OcalaCivicTheater.com. It would be a sin to miss it.
Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the first and third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion, and learn how they can help you.
Next time you're thinking about beating the train, think again. It takes a typical freight train traveling 50 miles an hour, 1.5 miles to stop. That's nearly 18 football fields. Don't try to beat the train. Florida's roads can be highways or dieways. The choice is yours. A message from Operation Lifesaver.
This message also brought to you by your friends here at WOCA News Talk 1370.
Putting the local back into radio. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. WOCA News. Variety. Information now.